Hey everyone, Chris here from AV magazine. I'm here with Soren Norgaard, who's the show director of Integrate. Integrate's only weeks away, so I thought I'd have a quick chat with Soren, find out what's going on. So welcome, Soren. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Chris. Good to be here.
So tell me sort of some of the top level stats, like how's the show tracking?
It's actually tracking really well. We certainly had a fair bit of uptake in the last 2 to 3 months. We've got a very extensive showcase this year. We've got more than 175 exhibiting companies. Estimated that we will have somewhere around 750 individual brands represented there. And, we got some of the usual suspects on the show floor, but we've also got a lot of new first-time exhibitors and very excited about what they've got to offer.
So you're co-locating with the security show. Like, I guess as an AV person, why should I care about that?
Well, it's a good question, really, but we did some analysis a few years ago when we were looking at the possibility of co-locating, and it actually turned out that we already saw quite a big crossover from the visitor audience, about 20%. But also, as technologies converge and everything is sort of IP based, it sort of made sense to have that. Not only from a network security perspective, cyber, what have you, but if you look at many of the components that go into big installs for the security industry, it's very much AV based. So monitoring control rooms as examples there. But the whole networking thing is quite extensive across both industries. And what I'm seeing is a lot of exhibiting companies are actually seeing much greater value in addressing both those audiences. So in their own right, we got over 5,000 for each of these events, back in 1819 when we last held these events. And, having a bigger event, a bit more of a wow factor for the size of industry here in Australia, it just makes sense.
Sure.
We're going to see audiences, or the exhibitors will see audiences that they didn't expect, and I think it's going to enhance that exhibiting experience.
And so how many attendees did you think you might be?
Well, we're anticipating somewhere around the 8,000 mark this year. If everything goes to plan, registration is going quite well, so I'm very optimistic that those are achievable numbers. But let's see. We're still a few weeks away, but things are tracking really well. And we've got, aside from the show floor and the exhibitors there, we've also got, obviously, both on the Integrate side, but on the security side, got extensive education. So on Integrate, we've got quite an impressive theatre on the show floor there with over 14 hours of industry-specific content, with lots of who's who in industry contributors, both from national but international guests that are coming across. So be that the manufacturers, the consultants, the integrators, media, etc. So it's going to be, I think, a good few days worth of good content there. So I'm excited about that. And on the security side of things, we're also running the security conference there with Asia. So plenty of content, plenty of things happening.
Cool. Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to moderating a couple of panel discussions. So
I'm sure it'll be good, Chris. And a couple of the panels there that we're highlighting are obviously going to address some of the challenges that the industry have had in recent times around supply and logistics, and just the lead times and how you overcome some of the challenges that a lot of the integrators are facing. So yeah.
True. And I guess just to sign off, Soren, it's been a long time. Integrate has fulfilled a very key role in the industry for bringing it together every year. What do you say about, I guess, its role and rebooting Integrate?
Well, I think it has played an integral role in being an industry event for the industry, and there's certainly a lot of buzz in industry in trying to get, and I think there's a willingness to wanting to come back together because it has been a long time, and I think that unity and catching up with colleagues or ex-colleagues or just people that you've known within the industry for years, that's been missing over the last few years. And I think it's important for the industry that there is a showcase and I suppose a vehicle whereby they can interact and formally and informally. So certainly not trying to detract from that in any way when it comes to the co-locate. They're still very much separate industry events for those industries. So you take the best of both worlds, and I'm quietly optimistic that we're going to have a really, really good event this year.
Yeah, I'm fingers crossed. I think there's a lot of love in the room for Integrate and a desire to see a strong Integrate. So I wish you all the best. Just remind me again, what are the dates and where is it being staged?
Yeah, so it's the 17th to the 19th of August at the ICC in Sydney. So that's the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Gotcha. And it's still integrate-expo.com?
It certainly is, yep.
Okay, so people should get along to that and check out the...
Yeah, check out the content, who's speaking and, who's... so it's all online now, so it's a very good... It's free to attend, so, make the most of it. Yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to it.
Sounds good. Well, all the best, Soren, and thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Chris. Great to catch up.